and welcome back to Teeya Tuesdays. I've missed you. I hope that you've missed me. I know it's been a while, y'all. And I've been on a journey, and I'm so excited to start back. And today's episode is a great way to start back because it lets you in on why I've stepped away for a while. So one of the reasons is I always have to regather myself, especially when you're talking about life and advice and dreams and what you feel like God is saying to you. If you're not following that same advice, you're kind of operating outside of principle. You know, when you get this enlightenment and you know what to do, you gotta do it. And it's no pat on the back when you know what to do and you just telling people what to do. Anybody can do that. It's hard to give the advice and take your own advice. And so with that being said, I wanted to make sure that the stuff I was sharing with you guys, that I was implementing it in my own life. And so I got convicted about some things. I'm like, okay, I know my purpose. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And it was some areas I was still really fearful in. And I just felt so convicted to continue to tell people to step out on faith or to try certain things. And I wasn't doing it. It didn't mean that what I was telling you all wasn't true, because it's still true. It's still real. But as a leader, I've got to be the person that I'm encouraging other people to be. You know what I mean? And then the second thing, which is what our topic is about today, it's about exposure and being grateful. And I have to say exposure because a lot of times we don't do things, or we don't stay persistent and consistent with things because it slowly grows. Or say for instance, you think about a fan base. You only have a certain amount of people who really follow what you do, or maybe you make stuff and it's only a little amount of people, and so you get turned off because the exposure is not what you want it to be. When I say I got so convicted the other day, like I was boo-hooing, because here it is, we ask God, we pray, and we desire exposure. Whatever it is you want to do, you want to do it on a bigger level, right? But here it is, we are overlooking and taking for granted the people that God has given us. You know what I'm saying? And I have to admit, I took that for granted. I kept saying, like, people don't want to watch my show. Why would people want to watch my show? People don't care about living right. They don't care about following their dreams. They don't care about all of this stuff that I'm talking about. Yeah, my fan base for my show is growing, but it's growing slow. And I just used all those reasons to not take it as serious. And I thought about it yesterday, like, here it is. I'm upset about, man, Lord, I need a manager, man, I need an agent, man, I need help, man, I need all of these things. And just instantly my spirit said, but what have you done with what I gave you? And a lot of times we think we're good stewards over things because we think about like the tangible things that we have, like, Lord, I only have a little bit of makeup, so I only wear a little bit every day, I'm a good steward, right? Or only got 3 pairs of shoes, I make sure they clean, right? Or only got a couple clothes, I make sure I rotate them well, right? We think that that's being a good steward, but being a good steward is being a steward over the people God uses you to bless. God uses you to inspire or make laugh, whatever He uses you for. That's your tribe of people. And we ignore them. We think and concentrate and put more energy into the people who aren't there for us than we put into the people who are readily there, who are asking us, hey, why didn't you upload a video today? Or, hey, I love your music. We don't care about them. We're like, oh, okay, well, great. I want them to like me. We always want the people who don't like us to like us. We always want the opportunities we don't have. We always want what we don't have. And we overlook the people who are assigned to us. I have 362 subscribers. Those are my people. It don't matter if it's not 362,000. 362 of those people I'm responsible for. And I neglected it because it didn't have the amount of exposure that I thought that it should have. How many times we do that? We have an idea, but because we don't think that it's going to have mass appeal, we don't do it. You're out of line. Your reason for being in purpose, doing what you are meant to do here, is not based on numbers. Don't mix your purpose up with the world's principles. You'll always be messed up. Your purpose is to heal and inspire those people who are connected to you, who God has assigned you to. You are to be the hero to those people who need you to be. To somebody, you're amazing. To somebody, you're mysterious, you're mystic, you're immortal, you're an icon. And you just overlook them because the numbers aren't there. You know how many freaking people come? I'm getting upset because when you really think about it, you get upset with yourself. Like, we want so many numbers. Never mind the fact that all these people here really don't love us. All these people here really ain't loyal, don't support us. All these people here are spectating. You'd rather have a room full of haters than a handful of supporters. Just for the sake of numbers, just for the sake of pictures, just for the sake of images, because it looks good. You've got to get to the point where you want what's good, because what looks good and what is good, two totally different things. You can look at a picture of a hamburger, but you can't eat it. If you want the real thing, come on. You got to have more than a picture if you want the real thing, if you want to be fed. And I found myself in that turmoil. Like, you want what looks good, and at the same time you want to be in purpose. It don't work like that. Sometimes you only have 3 people. Sometimes your business, you may only have 5 customers. Sometimes out of all the people you show your stuff to, your music to, your jewelry to, whatever it is you do, maybe only 2 people will buy it. And in your mind, what do you automatically do? Oh, I'm not successful because it's only 2 people. Instead of thanking God that you found people who get it, who get what you do. I want to scream, but I can't because Remy's in the other room recording and I don't want to be ratchet. But we get so hung up on numbers. Never mind the fact that they don't even get who you are. You just want them to be there. Never mind the fact that these people really don't like you. You just want them to fill a seat. Why wouldn't you want a room full of people that love you? Why wouldn't you want a room full of people who get you? Who you don't have to over-explain yourself to? Who you don't have to dim your light for? Who you don't have to put on a mask or pretend to be somebody else or hold your tongue or do all these freaking circus tricks in front of? What about that? But we trade our peace for popularity. And I just cry. And I'm coming back to you all now because this is my way of saying, Lord, I'm grateful. Thank you that there are people. It don't matter if it's 2,000 or 2 people. Thank you that it's people that watch my show and they get it and they understand and they feel like God answered a prayer, because I'm just a vessel. I'm listening to myself just as you all are. And this is my way of showing my gratitude. Lord, thank you. Whether 2 or 2,000, what do I really want? What's my whole heart desire? My desire is to be valuable. It's to help and to heal people through music, through speech, through expression. That's what I want to do. And you have to remember that it does not matter if it makes the big screen. It doesn't matter if it's a lot of people or only a little. It doesn't matter if it's a stadium or a classroom. If your mission is to help, it cannot matter the numbers. And ironically, when it doesn't matter, after a while you'll start seeing like, wow, more people are coming. See, we get so distracted. We get so distracted with wanting mass appeal immediately. Get out of your glory. That's you trying to acquire glory for yourself. And I cried even more because I'm thinking like, yo, I ain't no better than the devil. Wanting glory. And I understand it. You know you got something to give. You want to give it to the world. You want to give it to everybody. But you got to start where you are. You got to be a good steward of that which he gave you. You can't abandon this amount of people that God gave you to run to 1,000 people who don't even know you. For what? So I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches Teeya Tuesdays, who share it. I ran into so many people who've heard of my show from somebody else. When I started my show, I only had 77 subscribers. I've got 362. To somebody else that may not mean anything, that means everything to me. I put off doing the show for a long time because I thought people wouldn't listen. I thought people wouldn't want to see it or hear me talk. And then I realized it's not about me. So thank you guys for tuning in.